Welcome to Autumn Qigong for immunity, better breathing, and emotional well-being. And this is our 7th session. And we have been on an epic journey through the season of autumn with the metal element, with our breath, with our lungs, with our guardian chi, with our immune system. Autumn is a time of releasing and letting go. It's a time of clarifying. It's a time of aligning with truth and speaking our truth. And we've been on this journey where we have been healing with our breath, and we have been revealing and releasing and refining our essence so we can alchemicalize and transform our heavy grief and sadness, and we can transform that into confidence, into courage, and so we can be inspired by life. And in this session, we are meeting a teacher that is the bird form from the 5 animal frolics. And this is the fifth form in a set of 5 forms. So this is actually a completion, the completion of all the 5 animal frolics. And now in this season, so far in autumn, we've met a lot of birds. There are like more than 10,000 different species of birds. And in our series, we've met the white crane, we've worked with the wise owl, we've worked with the golden phoenix, the black eagle. Oh, we've worked with so many birds, but this bird isn't a particular bird. It is just bird in general. So I'll be curious to see what bird comes through for you. And these forms, these are empowerments that the shamans used to give to a community. So when they would see somebody having issues with their lungs or someone in grief-stricken, they would give them these forms as an empowerment or as a remedy for them to heal. So these are healing empowerments that the shamans would give to the community. So before we begin this practice, let's orient. We'll do a warm up, and let's orient ourselves to the practice, into our space. We'll warm up, and then we'll do the bird form. So I invite you to just really take a moment to find yourself in the room that you're in, and find your breath. Feel your feet on the floor. Feel the top of your head lifted. And gently bring your hands to your lower dantian. And let's just breathe deep abdominal breath to come into your center. To begin this practice, centered and stable and aligned with truth. The bird holds an important role in Qigong because the bird symbolizes freedom, higher perspective, knowledge, wisdom, intelligence, divinity, purity, spaciousness. So as you're breathing down into your dantian, you're anchoring yourself, and yet you're expanding yourself into those qualities. Now, as you're Belly is expanding with your inhale. And drawing back with your exhale. Feeling how each breath liberates you and creates space and lightness. The bird is connected to vision, not necessarily your eyesight, meaning glasses, but more like your inner vision, your intuition, your higher knowing. So here you are standing on the top of the mountain, looking to the west at the Golden Gate. And at this gate, the gate question, the gate guardian, is a bird who flies and lands on the gate and looks at you and says, "Oh, sweet friend, what needs to be laid down here so you can enjoy a little levity and a little spaciousness in your life? What needs to be laid down here so you can rise above what's been bothering you?" And when you're ready, bring your hands and your feet together, and with a humble bow, set down that burden and create space. And once you feel like you have set that down, anchoring your feet on the earth, feeling stable and rooted, start to inhale, taking as many breaths as you need to unfurl your spine, one vertebra at a time, filling your body up with fresh life, fresh perspective, merging in the present moment, and when you're ready, stepping across the threshold into our sanctuary. Let's begin our practice with showering chi. Inhaling, your hands rise, body sink. Exhaling, leading from your thumbs, hands turn over and float down as the body rises. Inhale, gathering the heavens, the sky, and then exhaling, showering heaven and earth, integrating them as they shower down through your body. As you stand between earth and sky, connecting to this ancient practice, inhaling the earth up, creating your vehicle, your container, exhaling, letting this be a practice that prepares you to go deeper, to go from ordinary into extraordinary. One more time. As your hands float down, you feel like something has shifted. already. Let's go ahead and activate this energy. Knock on the door of life. Loosen your body. Open your spine. Connect with the form of your body. Connect with your feet on the earth. And also connect with this air as you're floating your hands through the air, through this energy field, as you generate heat and warmth, as you create this relationship, a dialogue with your body and with your breath, knowing that you're activating your internal organs, you're activating your energy system. This is a perfect way to wake up and enliven yourself. Ooh. You want to do any sounds to release and let go? Let's bring one hand up and start to knock on our lungs now. Connecting our lungs to our kidneys, connecting our breath to the deep areas of our body, generating space, generating connection, allowing your body to release and let go. You can bring one hand up and knock the top of your shoulders. This top of your shoulders here, this point, it's a gallbladder point. It's good for decision making. Birds are good and helpful for making decisions. They help you see the big picture. If there's anything that you need clarity on, this point will help bring clarity. And back down to our lungs. And down to our abdomen. And starting to slow this down. You no longer need to knock on your body anymore. Just drop into water waves. And feel how different it is now when you're connecting with this current of life, this air current. We're going to fly up in the air streams. Blowing it down. And just letting this movement just carry away all that's already been released. As you just slowly move towards stillness. Beautiful. Finding stillness. Enjoy the pause, the space in between. Since the bird is all about levity and lightness, let's do another little clearing practice called clearing. You know this one. You're just going to raise your hands up, and then you're going to drop them as you turn your waist. And you can have the vision of sweeping. You can have the vision of, clearing the path in front of you and behind you. You can have the vision of cutting cords. Whatever vision you want to have, is that you are practicing good energetic hygiene and you're clearing all of this energy that you don't need out of your body, all the stress. Then it gets you out of your head, warms you up, and it gets you ready for this beautiful form. And when you start to feel like something shifted, that's when you slow down. And I invite you to slow it down until you come back to center gradually. And it's the moment after a movement that's actually often the most important. Seeing how we were doing the movement and now you're standing still and how there's all that energy that's still moving. That's really important part of integration. And in some Qigong teachers would say that actually that part is the most important part. So let's just linger here for a second and observe and just put your attention and just be curious about why would that be the most important part? Okay. And we'll go ahead and tap our chest. We're doing these emotional points here. The bird is all about, higher perspectives and uplifting and intuition and enlightenment, levity, freedom, peace, beauty. And so we're going to tap these energy centers and connect us with those sensations. And let's go to our lung points. And now this is a form for lungs. And so we're going to do a lot of flapping. So let's go ahead and flap and tap on the lung meridian to really activate this energy. So when we're working hard in the form, we can let some of the energy move us because we've accessed it. So it doesn't have to be only our muscles. Down to the thumb, and come up that first finger, top of your elbow, top of your shoulder. And we'll go down to the other side. Let's linger here at the lung point, stimulating your immune system. And down the yin channels and up the yang. Do this pathway 3 times total. Back to the center, up and down. And just sense and feel the sensations of energy moving. Whew. Beautiful. We'll shake it out. Shake it out above. Now this form, we're shaking right now, but I just want to tell you a little bit about this form. I did alter this form just a little bit because I learned this form outside in Northern California, and we had a lot of space, and so I typically practice this form outside, and I tend to move forward. And since we are inside, I am going to step forward and then step back. But just know the I don't want to say the truth of the form, but the original way that I learned the form was moving forward. And so it would look kind of like a Tai Chi form where you would go, it's a stepping, walking form. So I've adapted it for this. Shake your hips, your thighs. Knock your heels on the ground. We want to activate and strengthen our legs because this is kind of a strong form for our legs. And I think that's why it's the last form. Partially because it's autumn and autumn is a time of ending. Could be that reason. But also this is the form that requires the most balance and I think they figure by the time you can do all the other 4 forms, you can get here, your balance will be good. Okay, let this settle. One more little piece before we start. Let's spread our feathers. Spreading the feathers, we'll have your hands, your palms facing forward. You're gonna find your breath. When you inhale, you're gonna gather and you're going to draw this energy beside you, and then you're gonna press your hands down. Your chin tucks back and in as you stand tall. Let's do that again. Hands toward out. Inhale. And then as you exhale, your hands spiral down toward the earth, fingers toward your body and the earth, chin tucked in. One more time. Gather, spiral, tuck your chin. Now find your breath. Inhale. Exhale, lower your ear toward one shoulder. Complete that exhale as you roll your chin toward your chest. Staying on that side, inhale. Rolling your ear across your shoulder toward the back. And then exhaling toward your chest. Let's do this a few times at your own rate and rhythm. Clearing the lines of tension. And this time as you exhale, exhale all the way down and inhale, rolling up the other side. Staying on this side. Exhale down, chin to your chest. Release your arms. Let your head rise up the center. Sense and feel. So beautiful. Let's do that same movement, just the opposite direction. So we just did it with our hands facing forward. So let's have your hands facing the back of your hands facing forward now. So when you inhale, you're gathering the energy that's behind you. And then as you exhale, you're spiraling where your palms come forward. Again, your chin is tucked. You feel that stretch? Let's try that again. Back of our hands forward. Inhale, gather. Exhale, beautiful spiral and coil as your fingers go toward the earth and you tuck your chin. One more time. Spreading the feathers. Inhale. Exhale, fingers toward the earth, spiraling outward. Tuck your chin. Find your breath. Inhale. Exhale, lower your ear toward one shoulder. Exhaling all the way to your chest. Inhaling. Staying on that same side. Notice that you're opening up different lines of tension here. These are the yang lines. The first one was the yin lines. Staying on that side as you breathe, opening and releasing. And this time we exhale down and inhale up the other side. Staying on that side. As we gently breathe and create space in our body, creating a lightness, creating beauty and freedom. Last one. And exhale, chin to your chest. Gently soften, release your arms. As your head floats up, feel this lightness in your arms. Perfect time to start this form. When we meet any teacher this way, we bow. And we're honoring the bird, the ancestors who taught us this. And we're honoring what comes through in this transmission. Okay. So, this form has 5 parts. We're going to go to the left and to the right, to the left, to the right. Each part, what I'm trying to say is each part, we're going to repeat it 4 times. Most of them are simple and some of them we're going to build on. This first one we're going to build on. This is called bird flapping. And so this is about a bird trying to get ready to fly. So, as you begin, you bring your feet together, and I always bring my hand and my foot together at the same time, and I inhale, and I draw this line down the center of my body, and as my hand comes down to my lower dantian, I start to sink down, and I look toward the corner of the room. And when I look toward the corner of the room, I feel prepared, right? So now I'm going to step out. And when I step out, my front hand is over my front foot and my side hand is at the level of my waist at this side. When I step out, I let my breath exhale and I sink down just a little. And so then when I inhale, I rise up and my hands float up. Let's just do this a couple times. Exhale, float down. Inhale, rise. Exhale, float down. Inhale, rise. Exhale, float down. Inhale, rise. Okay, perfect. Now I'm just going to turn at my waist. And now the hand that was here is over this front leg, and my other hand is to the side. I do the same thing. I exhale down. I inhale, rise. You can go as low as you want to go. And now I'm going to just go ahead and step back. Let's go ahead and step back. And we'll do that same thing on the other side, and then we'll build on it. So you inhale. Make this beautiful. This is a beautiful circle. You're like coming into your center. And you look, and then you step out, and when you step out, you sink. And then you rise. And then you sink. Yeah. Bird flapping. When you sink down, turn from your waist. Let that back hand now be the front hand. Rise, sink. Let's go ahead and step back. Taking a nice deep breath. Beautiful. We're going to build on that. When you're ready, feet come together as your hand floats down through the center of your body as you look and you step out and sink. Rise. We're building, right? So we're going to sink, turn at your waist, rise, sink. We're building, turn at your waist. Both hands are in front of you. Rise. And now you're going to look up as far as you can while you're holding your balance. And then you come up off that back foot, off your toe. And then you can keep your foot here, just like that. And then when you lower your hands, or you're going to fly, you lift the back leg up. You hold it as long as you want. You fly. And now we're going to step back. That's the full part of the first movement. Let's do it. We're going to do it 4 times. Inhale. Drawing this energy in, you are embodying the bird, whatever bird. This is a bird in general. It's any bird that resonates with you. As you step out, let your body sink. And then you rise up like you're powerful, like a condor or a big bird. You are like an eagle turning from your waist, rising, sinking down, turning from your waist. Both hands come up as you look up to the open sky and you're prepared to like soar. So you shift your weight forward, bring your hands behind you as your back leg lifts. And you're powerful and you're soaring. Beautiful. Stepping back. Connecting with this beautiful bird. It's like your chest opens and this bird comes out of you and showing you, and then you like follow and you become it. You drop down, you look, step out, sink, rise to the occasion, flapping your wings, bird flapping. Turn your waist, rise, sink. Turn toward the middle, rise up all the way as far as you can, being stable. Shift your weight forward. Let your hands float down as you fly. Stepping back. Beautiful. This is the last time we're going to go on the other side. Inhale. Beautiful circle with your hands as you step together and you sink. You look to where you're going. Birds have great vision. They come stepping out, sinking down as you exhale, and then you inhale and rise up. And then sink down. Turn from your waist. Rise. And then sink down. Turn from your waist, both hands in the front. Rise all the way up to the sky. Look and see. And then shift your weight forward on that stable leg. And then soar. Yeah. Beautiful. And stepping back. Bird flapping. So these birds, this next section is called bird gazing. Now, these birds, owls, they can turn and look way behind them. So this next piece is we're going to do a twisting movement where we're going to look behind us. So balance, just do your balance best you can. And birds have such amazing vision. They can see, like some birds can see in the dark. Hawks can see a mile away. They can see a little mouse in a field a mile away. So this is bird gazing. So you're going to keep your eyes open in this part. So now when you're stepping forward, you have your wings. There's this beauty to you as you step. You're taking up all the space here, right? And so when you step forward, your feet come together for a second. And then as you step forward, your hand sweeps over you and you step your hand and your foot together. All right? And you're taking up all the space. You're big. Now, when you do this, your elbow bends so your elbow goes toward the wall and your fingers go toward that wall. So now my elbow is bent. And while this happens, my foot turns. So I turned, right? And so I want to be balanced. So I'm gonna bring my back foot a little bit closer. And now when I turn, one hand, I spiral. And so the hand that's at my chest is faced out, and my hand that was behind now comes to the front. So my palms are facing each other. Get to a place where you're stable, like I wasn't stable right there, clearly. And now look over your shoulder and you sink down. So then when you rise up, you open your chest. And then when you exhale, you close your chest and you sink. Open and rise. And close and sink. Open and rise. Close and sink. This form loves everything in 5, so you do it 5 times. Last one. Really stretching and opening. Now, when it's your last one, so you're going to close and you're going to sink and you're going to turn back to center and step back. Beautiful. Other hand, big circle, powerful steps. You step as your hand lands, as your foot lands at the same time. You bend your elbow by having your fingers go toward the wall, turning your front foot, and then it makes you spiral and sink. This top hand, the palm is facing out. The other hand, the palm is facing in. Palms are facing each other. You're sinking. So you inhale, open, look over your shoulder. And then exhale, close. Open and close. This is bird gazing. You are looking across the landscape. Opening your chest, closing your chest. Opening and closing. This is our last close, so I'm sinking and closing, turning back to center, then stepping back. Ooh, this is a good form. It's powerful. Birds are wise and intelligent, and they have these beautiful ways of moving. Let's go the other direction. Inhale, big circle. Step forward. Your hand and foot land at the same time. Look to where you're going. Sweep your arm through as you turn your foot and spiral as you sink. Look over your shoulder. Find your stability. Your palms are facing each other. Inhale, rise and open. Exhale, close and sink. Inhale, rise and open. Exhale, close and sink. Rise and open. Close and sink. One more. When you close and sink, turn yourself back to center and then step back. These forms are medicinal, not just because of energy, but as you can tell, they're medicinal because they make you coil and they massage your internal organs. So here we go. Last one. Bird gazing. Inhale, big sweep of your arm. And then as your hand lands, you step forward. You gaze to where you're going. You sweep your hand through as you turn your foot. And if you want to adjust your back foot, you can. Your back hand comes up. Your hands face each other as you sink. Inhale, rise and open. As you look over your shoulder, close. Inhale, open. Rise, opening your chest, gazing behind you. Closing, sinking down, being stable. Rising, opening, closing. One more. And as you close, you sink your body, return back to center, and step back. Just take a pause. Let yourself feel how far you've come. These bird forms are, in all the animal frolics, are incredibly powerful. They change you. So as you are now starting to feel more balanced and have a bigger view, now we're ready to take off. Now, I take this form normally, like I said, I walk outside, and this form requires 3 steps. But because of the space, we're just going to step forward one time. So we're going to go to the left. And so you're going to look there first, and you shift your weight over to the opposite side. So if I'm going this way, I shift my weight here. And as I do, I kind of sink down, like I have my hands, I sink down. I cross my hands, cross my arms, and I step forward with the first foot. And now I turn my palms up as now I'm going to step through with my other leg. Now, if you want to keep your heel on the floor, just like that, or you want to lift your heel off the ground. And now we're flapping. So you close and open, and you close and open, and close and open. Close. Flying. And after the 5th one, you close and then step back. This is called taking off. All right, so we got to take off. It takes effort to take off, right? So we're looking to the other corner, we shift our weight, we look to the other corner, we step forward, we cross our hands like you're going for it, and now you step through, and as you step through, it's almost like you give a little kick, and you open, and then you flap. Inhale, open, big. Exhale, close. And then step back. Now, I notice I always do these forms in silence, so it's very different when you know something and then when you teach something. Very different. Okay, shift your weight. Look to where you're going. When you sink down, you scoop and cross your hands. You step forward. That back foot steps through and you open. And now you flap. Close and open. Close. Let the form carry you. If you do it with your muscles, it's very hard. Close and step back. Bird, taking off. Shift your weight. Look. You sink down. Your hands cross as you step forward. You step through. It's like a little kick. Your hands open. And now you close and open. Getting height. This is the part where you're gaining an elevation. You're rising above. This is the part where you're working for that little extra lift. And now when you close, you're going to step back. Give yourself a little pause, being with the bird here. Once you've gained elevation, once you've gained higher perspective, once you've lightened up, once you've gotten the distance you need from whatever challenge you're facing, then you're able to just simply soar and let the current carry you. And so in this one, bird soaring, you're going to come back to your coming down. And now when you step out, you're going to step out like almost like warrior pose. One hand is in front of you, one hand is behind you, and your palms are up. This is probably my favorite part of the form right here. So when you're here, you're in this like warrior posture, your wings are up, you're soaring. But I'm moving from my waist. So what I'm doing and turning from my hips to my waist, I'm just gently letting my front hand swoop down. And now I'm shifting my weight back. So now my top hand is down. And now you're making a figure 8 with your hands as you are moving from your hips and your waist. You no longer need to flap your arms because your arms are outstretched and you are being carried by the current. You are high in the sky. You have vision here. This is the place of liberty and freedom. This is the place of just pure, expansive, spacious being carried. So enjoy as you move from your hips and your waist. And now, working with your body, when you shift back, that's when you can step back. Beautiful. Looking to the other side, other corner. You step out into your stance. You bring your palms, fingers up, turning from your hips and your waist. Enjoy the view as you soar high in the sky, looking all around you. Your eyes are open. Remember, bird is about vision and clarity and discernment. They can see so well. This is also about trusting your intuition. And maybe when you look down, you see whatever seems so challenging, how tiny it is from up here. Taking your time, soaring. When you shift your weight back, it naturally shifts back in the form elegantly. Step back. Moving with that grace, moving with that power, moving with that nobility and beauty, stepping forward, spreading your wings, turning from your hips and your waist, soaring in the sky. Being carried. Letting the bird fly with you. When you naturally shift back, step back, letting your hands float down. Looking to the other corner, stepping out, floating your wings up, fingertips up, moving from your center, moving from your dantian, moving from a place where you feel stable. You can go beyond where you thought you could. Feel yourself expanding and opening and trusting, learning to fly, seeing how this could be an ally for you. What kind of bird is here with you now? Again, now when you naturally shift back, it's time to step back. And as we are stepping back, we are at the final piece of this form, which is called bird landing. And so you're imagining a bird coming down through the sky, landing. Again, normally you would take 3 steps, but in this practice, we're going to take 1 step. So you're just going to simply, and it's not really so much to the corners per se. Well, we're going to step to the corner. You're going to step to the corner and you're going to scoop down like in front of your knees. And now you're going to cross your arms and you're going to rise up. And now at this point, I have my hands crossed. These are touching your inner gates and your outer gate. This is your heart protector. This is your healthy boundaries. I close my eyes right here. And then as my hands open, it's as if I open my eyes. Now I open my eyes like I peel away the veil. And then you let your hands float down. So you scoop, tuck, rise, cross hands, healthy boundaries. Open your eyes and then let your hands float down. Scoop, cross, rise, open. This crossing pattern right here, this is a universal sign of protection. This is emotional and physical and spiritual protection as your wings are open and then they fold. We're going to step back and we're going to now step forward, looking into the other corner, scooping down in front of your knees, crossing, rising, protecting, opening your eyes, and settling your wings, creating this awareness, conscious awareness that you are landing, and a conscious awareness that you are creating a sphere, a field of healing and protective energy so that you feel liberated and spacious and you can connect to your higher wisdom and divinity. Stepping back. And now the final piece of this form is you step forward and you go the opposite direction. You scoop this energy down and through you. Your fingers become sharp like wings. You cross your hands and then you open and now turn your palms out. Your palms are facing out. That's how you close this form. And so now I want you to just soften here, hold this stance, and sense and feel yourself being attuned to the frequency of your bird ally, knowing that there is this bird. You can see the bird hovering over your head, always with you when you need guidance and a higher perspective, when you need a little spaciousness, when you need a new vantage point. And then when you don't need this bird flying over your head, there is a portal, a place in your chest, a place in your lungs that opens in your chest, and this bird can live within you. And so just taking a moment, honoring this experience, connecting with your ally, your wisdom, your higher knowing, and seeing how the bird can be a teacher as you develop and deepen your relationship with the birds that you already have. Just knowing now that something new is being created here, a new access point to your relationship. Breathing in gratitude and levity and beauty. And we are going to, let's pull down the heavens. Anchor this energy into your lower dantian, bringing your hands down and making a circle down on your lower belly. Just bringing your mind here, letting your bird settle wherever it needs to settle, going the other direction, feeling complete in the practice, back into your center. Nice deep breath, feeling complete. And we'll bow out. Right hand makes a fist. You can flap and you can rise, and left hand covers it as you soar with beauty and freedom. Inhaling the wisdom and the teachings of the bird into your chest. And then we bow. We bow to the bird. We bow to each other. We bow to this experience. And we bow to our teachers, the teacher's teachers, and the teacher within. Inhaling, drawing all that back into your heart and stepping back across the threshold, back into your life. I invite you to journal about your experience with the bird, with any messages, or just what this experience had for you. And then what bird showed up for you, I'd be curious.